Hey everybody, welcome back to the Slimefun Weekly Update with your host Boomer. I am so happy to be with you. So much has taken place this week in the world of Slimefun. Let's dive in by looking in the guide right off the bat. So, first thing I want to talk about, something that I probably need to give a little bit more love to is the Hotbar Pets, because right now I think I've mentioned that it exists, and that's about all the love I've shown. So today we're going to talk about an update that was done to the Mushroom Pet. It's supposed to give you mushroom stew over time. Unfortunately, it's been giving mushroom stems. So to fix it, Biscuit had a really creative solution. He turned the M upside down, made it a W, and now you get the stew. Great job, Biscuit. Another fix that's taken place this week in Lucky Blocks. For a while now, you've been having that occasional, when you go out and mine a Lucky Block, that it gives you a CS Core Library head instead of the actual Lucky Block. Well, that has now been fixed as well. Two nice little fixes. Speaking of the guide, since we're in here, the guide's been overhauled where people are now, or devs are now, stacking and categorizing their plugins. And Infinity Expansion was the first, I believe, to do it, where it was all tiered, breaking it down a little bit more. And because there are so many items in Infinity Expansion, it made sense. Well, Exotic Garden, Core Slimefun has now jumped on and done the same thing. In addition to that, Slimefun Warfare has now jumped on and categorized things and made it a little bit easier. By the way, power suits are back, baby! We're going to make me another Fee-Man suit. All right. Moving on. What else has happened this week? Oh, yes! Slimefun Warfare. Pistols. By the way, I want you to look at my inventory. How many bullets do you see? None. You ready? I'm shooting you. I am Minecraft shooting you. How is this possible? Sagan, what kind of mysterious magic have you performed? Well, hopefully some of you caught that there is a backpack in my inventory, and inside that backpack is gun bullets. We got bullets in the backpack, and so magically, I can, through the magic of Slimefun technology, I can shoot bullets out of my backpack. That's right. You're going into a battle. You've got a PV. God, I wish somebody would do this. Take Slimefun and make a Slimefun only PvP server, or at least a game mode on your server. I would love to do this. I suck at PvP, but I would still have fun. Is that we can load 3,456 bullets in the biggest backpack and never have to stop and reload my gun. We can keep going on forever and ever and ever and ever, just shooting out of the backpack. Nice feature, Sagan. I love it. What else do we got today? In the world of Dynatech, I'm actually sitting right between. You ready for this, guys? We've been waiting for this. I wish I had the Echo mod. The Tesseract. The Tesseracts are here. Oh, I love these things. Last week we talked about, I think it was last week, that Dynatech had the ability to wirelessly transfer items and energy one way. Well, now it goes both ways. Place down 2 Tesseracts. Use a Tesseract binder. Right-click the first one. Shift right-click the second one. Tesseracts are now connected. In other words, I want to move items. I want to move these broken zombified piglin spawners from one Tesseract to the other. And I want to move it back. Sweet! Oh, I love that. Now, what does it cost you to do this? Your arm, your leg, your kidneys, and your firstborn children. But I think that's fair. Given what this does, it needs to be expensive. Okay, just to make the binder alone, a tesseracting object, and this is just for crafting these 2 items. Look at this. 2 ghostly essence, 4 ender runes, and Vex gems means you're going to go kill some Vex. And by the way, that was the cheap piece of this. What about the Tesseract? Let's look at it. Oh dear Lord. A wireless item input, an energy point, an item output, and an energy bank. What does that mean? Tons of ghostly essence, ton of machine scrap, ton of wireless chargers. Oh, by the way, did we mention more ghostly essence, which means more Vex fighting. So yes, the price on this is steep. This is probably the top 3, I think, in all of Slimefun. I would probably put maybe the top 5 for sure. Infinity expansions, Infinity Reactor, Infinity Panel, light expansions, Ultimate Solar Generator, which we're going to talk about those both here in a little bit. It's very costly, and rightfully so. Gals, great job. This needs to be expensive. This needs to be endgame. This is boomer sized, definitely. And it's definitely got to be costly, and the grind has got to be long and arduous. 2 words that we've used a lot lately in my life, I guess. But well worth it. Also, there's a change in the hydro generator and turbine recipes. I'm going to encourage players, please, don't build these. And here's why. Gals is well aware of the problem. They're heavily server resource demanding. I mean, literally to the point to where a few servers have already disabled these items because they kill the TPS of the server in mass volume. Now, I know there's somebody on this video watching this right now that said, I'm going to go crash a server. You know what? Get off my channel and get off the servers. You don't deserve to play Minecraft if that's what you're going to go do. People that do that piss me off beyond belief, and I have zero respect for you as an individual. I know they're very cheap, and you're going to say that. They're very cheap to price, and why are they in there if they do that? Well, guess what, guys? It's a work in progress, and she's going to fix it. But if you're going to craft it, please, 1 or 2. I know they're easy resources to make, and you can get a lot of power quickly, but at what price? It's not fair to everybody else on the server if you put down 250 of these. Please wait until the issue is fixed. I know she's working on it very hard. She'll get it, okay? Moving on. Slimefun Calc. Slimefun Calc, SF Calc. A couple of new things have been added into the calculations. You can determine if you want to calculate what you need, or if what additional resources that are needed to finish. All right. Additionally, I was working with Sagan, and I came up with the formula that was needed to implement for the copper wires. Now, Sagan luckily knows a whole lot more about coding than I do. Also realizes that there are challenges with other machines that may come into play. So I know he's working through that amongst a lot of other things going on, but we know it's coming. So just hang tight. It is on his agenda. He is working on it. Hopefully we'll see that update soon. Getting into core Slimefun, I think we've saved the core for last. And as a whole, too, all the devs are being really good at communicating necessary information out to the players. So I wanted to give you guys a thank you, as to the server owners as well. And you're going to start seeing some new messages pop up. I believe you'll see it in your consoles for sure, and possibly in-game about updating to the latest version. Now, I know there are server owners that are very careful and picky about what they allow in your servers, and rightfully so. You don't want things that are going to ruin the experience for other people, and you don't want to cause TPS issues for players. I have no issue with that. I think that's fair. But I will always, always, always encourage you to update to the latest versions, because then you get any previous bug fixes, you get security updates, and you might be worried, well, I don't want this new item to automatically come on my server because I haven't evaluated it and see what it's going to impact. That's a fair statement to make. That's why items.yml allows you to disable that item. And so when you see a new item is coming in, before you install it, check it out. If you like it, great. If not, disable it. But always get the newest versions of the software no matter what. Because eventually, the way things are moving, those plugins will stop working if you aren't updated to certain versions. For example, Fluffy Machines has to be at least Slimefun 844. Okay? Fox Machines needs Java 11. All right. So as these features and items get updated and new releases come out, always update so that your players don't lose out. And again, you don't like the item, you don't like what it does to your server, or you just think it doesn't fit with your environment, great, disable that particular item. You don't like the plugin, remove the plugin. Hopefully you're going to keep them all. But certain items don't fit with your world, that's great. Go ahead and disable them. All right, grappling hook in creative. That's not the grappling hook. What did I do with my grappling hook? I probably chucked it. Okay, the grappling hook. There was a bug where in creative, let's switch views. By using it, it disappeared. Let's test this. Actually, I've been doing this. I'm going for a swim. Nope. Okay, good. I was afraid I was going for a swim. It seems to be fixed. Oh, now we're going to land on the ice. Okay, let's just this is kind of a neat way to get around the world, by the way, right? At least in creative, I think in survival, I'd probably be taking a lot of damage right now. And if I were playing with MCMMO, I got a hunch that my acrobatics would be shooting through the roof. But we can, in here, we can get going fancy here, right? We can launch this thing. Come on, where am I stuck? I'm stuck, aren't I? Yep, I'm a little stuck here. Here we go. So, can I keep launching it? Yeah, I should be able to on mini air. At least I thought I could. I was doing it earlier. My computer could be running behind. I've got so much going on the server right now. I thought we could launch it again and then just keep going, but apparently not. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I do have to have my feet on the ground. That could be it. Anyways, it's fixed. So, nice job. A lot of code updates, too, have taken place in core and on the plugins. I know that there's a lot of rewrites that the devs have planned to overhaul some processes and procedures. And a lot of those foundations have already been started to be laid. A lot of plugins have been updated to new changes. I know there's a block break handler. To me, that's speaking German. I don't speak German, but the devs know what I'm talking about, and so do a lot of other people. So they've been updating a lot of those things, getting ready for the major code rewrites. Some other changes that have taken place. Let's look at the ore grinder. Recipes have gotten changed in the ore grinder for sulfate automation. Here we go. So magma blocks. If I remember correctly, it used to be 4 magma blocks gave you 1 sulfate. Not really efficient. And so now it's 1 to get 1 sulfate. So it's 4 times easier to get your sulfate farms moving a little bit more automatically and a little bit faster. For those of you that don't have the extra tools vaporizer, that's pretty big. You know, because you need sulfate for batteries, for motors, for heating coils, for electromagnets. That's a pretty big add-on change. I like that. All right, what about the freezer? I've heard the freezer has gotten some love too. And not really love for the freezer, but love for slime. That's right. You can now convert magma blocks and magma cream into slime and slime balls blocks. So 1 magma cream gives you 1 slime ball. 2 magma blocks gives you 1 slime block. So convert your magma cream to slime blocks and then convert it to magma blocks, then to slime blocks. You get 1 extra ball. There wasn't really a way to balance it out unless you did a 9 to 4. If you did 9 blocks to 4 slime blocks, that's the only way to get it completely even. But you have an option now for automating slime out of magma. Pretty cool. And one other fix, the honey block and the autocrafters will now work as well. Additionally, I know Light Expansion is working to add the UU matter recipes over time that will be coming. I do want to have one other discussion with you guys. In that Light Expansion, there's been a ton of discussion on the Discord about should Light Expansion be affecting Infinity Expansion. I know I've had conversations with it. I know tons of players are. I know it's a big talk on a lot of servers that I've walked around and watched and just seen come up. Light Expansion, first of all, huge credit to the Light Expansion devs, to Wall Street Panda and anybody else who works on that. First of all, they've got a tremendously well-balanced add-on. And to get to the end game stuff in here is a grind. It is hard. It is arduous. There's a second time I've used that word today. And I think it's fair. I really do. When we're talking about getting to this machine, this is not a quick get to by any means. It is a ton of work. And with a 10 million joule buffer, it's the same thing as Infinity Expansion's void capacitor. It's a ton of work. And getting there isn't going to happen easy. Same thing when we look at Infinity Expansion. Let's look at their generators. Actually, I got to go to their recipes. When we talk about getting to an Infinity panel or an Infinity reactor, okay? And this has gone down quite a bit. If I remember right, it's either 250,000 or 300,000 joules at one point. The server that I play in, I'm working towards my second Infinity panel. I've been at it for a couple of months. You know, it's a ton of work to get to all this. So the discussion about light expansions nerfing Infinity expansions power in half. My whole point was that as a credit to Panda, to Walshy, and everybody that works on light expansion, to allow server owners to make that decision for themselves with their player base in their config file. First of all, you have to delete the config YML file and then restart your server. By the way, shut it down first, delete the config YML file, and then restart the server. In your new config.yml file, there will be an option for you to disable the Infinity expansion nerfs. And that's a credit to the devs because they were willing to listen to the people, and enough people made that, they want that choice as server owners for their players, that they respected that decision and they've added it. Now, it's going to come at a cost. You wanted the nerfs removed, you've got them. But light expansion's power outages or power outputs will now double. You wanted it, you got both. So either you're going to create a power OP server on those two plugins, and that's what everyone's going to focus on, or you keep the nerfs in place and things are a little bit more balanced. Your call. But to the credit, they put it in there. So that was the last change I wanted to talk about today. Guys, I want to thank you so much. I've got to get ready for this live stream that's happening shortly. By the time this video comes out, we'll have already finished it. But I thank you for watching. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your ideas, suggestions. Whether you love the channel, you hate it, that's great. Give me the feedback as well. I want to make this better for you. So thanks for watching, and don't forget, go Boomer or go home. We'll see you later.